Testing, testing.
Testing, testing.
Alright, perfect. Greetings, all. My name's Ethonra, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV, Memento Samurai Part 2. So, I learned something actually kind of cool. Remember last stream, I mentioned that when you... Okay, the quests start like really strong, like level 50 to 60 or what have you, and 70 to 80. But then they get really lame on like the very last one because it's basically just a glorified cutscene. Well, that's still true. But at the Gladiators Guild, you might have noticed a certain somebody who ought not to be there unless you do the level 90 Gladiator quest. Big air quotes right there for Gladiator quest. Well, I didn't think about it, but the same thing happened to Samurai, and the area is populated with faces from the past. So that's actually genuinely cool. I'll be sure to swing by there once we actually finish the Samurai thing, which we're going to try to do today. The other thing I wanted to mention is something I've been meaning to mention, but either I forgot to mention it, or I did mention in the past, but forgot that I remembered. Either way, I'll do it now. So, I wasn't here for the Rising event, which is really disappointing because I love that event. It's like one of my favorite ones to do. So it really sucked that I wasn't here for it. But, let's see. Whoops. Let y'all read that for a second. I wasn't here for it, which was really lame, but didn't have the funds, so it really couldn't be helped. I'm a little better off now, so hopefully I won't miss the next one that comes. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because there's an event coming up, and I told you before that, you know, I'm going to try to be there for the events, but Endwalker just got me so bad that my motivation to play anything beyond my roulettes were subpar, to say the least. But I'm virtually over that now, so I'm definitely going to be there for Saints Wake, or All Saints Wake. See what the Halloween event's going to be for this year. Alright, so one last thing, then we'll get started. I am kind of regretful that I wasn't able to do all this in one video, but at the same time I'm kind of glad I didn't, because in case it wasn't obvious from the last one, I love Musosai. I love him and his whole story, so I'm kind of glad that his entire part is in its own video. But if you were to put a gun to my head, I probably still would say I'd rather it all have been together. But don't worry, we definitely will do it this time. I made sure I ate this time, so ain't got to worry about that. It's not too late. If you look at the clock up there, it's only 10:11 p.m. my time, not 12. So I did keep my promise. We are streaming today. So let's get into it. These next few quests also are really good, especially near the end. Alright, now the fun thing about this one is I actually didn't do a practice run like I did for part 1. So even though I've obviously done these before, I don't remember them all that well. I do remember some of the bigger things, like I said, near the end. But for the most part, I don't remember too much, so it's going to be kind of new for the both of us. Well, yeah, she doesn't have that little quip mispronouncing things. Let's see if Momozigo has anything to say about that. True enough. We'll also go the long way. Now, I'm so used to just entering out that front gate, I oftentimes forget that when you need to go to the western side, you need to go this way. Oh, I know something we can talk about to fill the air. So, I uploaded a video yesterday because I was way too exhausted to stream. And in it is something I noticed, because I could have just put it all in the description, and honestly I might go back and do that, but I left some things out on purpose because I knew the very next day I was going to stream. I promised I would. Speaking of which, I forgot to do random mount. We'll do it next time. Anyway, I noticed it days ago, but for those who haven't seen it yet or don't know what I'm getting at, I almost never do this. You can easily go and look at my videos. You won't, but you could, and you'll see I don't do this often. But you could go and look and see that I don't request this. But if you guys go and look at the last video I uploaded, it is better if you did that, because me explaining it really doesn't do it justice. It's far better if you see it for yourself. It's like 3 minutes long, 3 minutes, 3 seconds long, something along those lines. You really should go look at it just so you'll get a better feel for it. Because it's one, it'll just be lamer if I just tell you, then you go look, because where's the fun in that? But this is your last warning. Go look at it now, if you don't mind. If you do, then that's fine too. I'll just tell you. So, 3, 2, 1. It's that the Lalafels, during the spinning animation, get a unique spinning animation, which I think is great, because whenever I talk about Lalafels, my number one reason why I love playing as them is that I like being so small, but then fighting, or even better, tanking something that's like 100 times my size, like Nidhogg. A Lalafell Paladin main tanking Nidhogg, that's just so good. But something I forgot to mention, because I don't think about it too often, and honestly you don't really see it too much anymore, is that Lalafels also get special animations because of their size, and they're supposed to be the cute race and all that. The most obvious one is that minions that rest on us being like regular size folk, rest on the shoulders, but Lalafels, they rest on their heads, things like that. So yeah, if for whatever reason you decided to stick around and you didn't go and look, well, I hope you still enjoyed as much as I did when I first learned about it days ago. She's got nerves of steel, considering she willingly waited there for me, or Zio rather, to come in and kill those beasts. So she could have done it, obviously, she just chose not to, so that says a lot. Plus it was kind of like a test of faith, or truth, I should say. Let's see. Alright, that's oddly appropriate, all things considering. Man, that's beautiful. You can even see the stars moving. Man, that is awesome. Tempted as I am to take a screenshot, I can always come back later, as I want to do. You see what I mean about how powerful the samurai story is, man? It makes you feel so good to continue this dude's legacy. You are his living legacy. Wink, wink. Kind of surprised Zio didn't have the idea to volunteer. No, another bird. Even, well, this one's not necessarily ironic, but strange coincidence. Oh, another unique thing Lalafels have is they ride a lot of the I didn't think to say mounts because for the most part they ride them the same. It's only certain ones they ride differently. Because again, they're too small and the vehicles don't typically shrink down to their size. A good example would be, let's see, it should be over here somewhere. Oh, they also, I guess this one's like race period, like every race seems to be different when they go inside this thing. Here it is. The Lalafels pretty much ride on the hood of this when they fly around in it. Pretty sure I showed that. Or at least I hope I did, because it's heckin' adorable. Also, you'll have to excuse me. It's like 96 degrees in my room, so I might have to get some water to drink in a minute. I do have some by my side, though. I'll just slurp quietly. That probably would have been faster, but oh well. Your very existence has reaffirmed this belief. You see what I mean? I love this quest. I love the Samurai Story quest. So not only, I almost thought that was one of my FC mates because they had the Azor in their name. Not only are you dispensing justice to wherever you may roam, you're also Musosai's living legacy. What more could you ask for? Well, besides to bring down Ugetsu. The letter is for me, so you better not read it. Good. Let Zio read it. Yeah, it's almost like the story is well written or something. Yeah, obviously we would do it anyway, but yeah, for no other reason, there's one. Well, as fun as it would be to walk all the way there, actually I don't even have to do that. I told you, Kugane is where I spend most of my time. It's like my favorite city-state. Well, it's kind of a tie between Ul'dah, because I started in Ul'dah and the Sultana, Nanamo, Ul'Namo, you know. So there's a lot here that I do enjoy, but Kugane, as far as the city itself is concerned, is my favorite place to hang out. Mostly because of all the Eureka I used to run, so it's kind of a remnant of that. But I learned to love this place regardless. And yes, this is before I started making Samurai my main DPS. Let's see. Also, I like the music here. That's also another reason. It's very peaceful. Hold on, I actually want to see something. No, because that might... I'll risk it. Okay. I'm trying to see if they say anything I recognize. If they say something different, that means it's tied to the quest. I'm pretty sure he says the same thing. Okay, yeah, I think they are saying different things, because I believe he encourages you to train with him once you get far enough in the story. Yeah, okay, good. So it was worth talking to them. They said different stuff. God dang it. I was afraid of that. Usually I get them mixed up. I have a hard time remembering which one is underwater and which one's above water. It's not that big of a deal. Just a bit annoying. I still don't know those yet. I used to, back when we frequented Stormblood, but that was many moons ago. Plus it is pretty neat getting to swim around. Nice. A stranger sight I'm sure many of you have never seen. Yeah, I kind of figured this quest would be up because it's almost always up, and it's one of the creepier ones if you read the description. I'll let y'all do that for a second. If you get the reference, then more power to you. If even a third of the crew remains, they can consider themselves fortunate. Now that bird is said to be frightfully near. Yeah, big heebie-jeebies from that thing. That's partially why I like the quest, just because how unsettling it is. But, oh, plus, obviously, the reference. That was a fun dungeon. And the Animorphs you had to fight were pretty fun, too. I think my favorite one was probably Bayako. His fight was, like, genuinely fun. Oh, I honestly didn't see that guy when they said her comrades were lying still nearby. I did not see him. I only saw her. That's why I thought it said comrades. Well, never mind. I'll check after this. The lightning in the background is a bit overly dramatic, not very appropriate right now. How about that? Another story more tragic than Endwalker. Again, sorry. I'll just fire off shots every now and again. That one might be the only one. Maybe. Okay, yeah, it did say her comrade. I'm not sure where I saw that other S from. I knew they couldn't be wrong. I just don't know. I just don't know why I only saw comrades and not comrade. Yeah, now this weather is a bit more appropriate. I don't think they're going to say anything different yet. We haven't quite hit that milestone. Yeah, I think I know when they'll start saying different things. Good, good. You gotta say no. I mean, as as soon as she said we need to keep it a secret, then it should be obvious. I know I say that a lot, but that's just how I feel about certain things. It should be obvious why you need to keep it a secret. You know, I shouldn't even have to explain it. She shouldn't have to explain it, but there you go, for those who didn't get it. Yeah, I was thinking that too. When he said the enemy knows our movements. Yeah, that sounds pretty suspicious. No, Zio will be closer than you think. Matter of fact, she'll hardly have to move at all. Oh, really? See, I did not remember that. Wait a minute. Alright, so this one is... Yeah, we'll see how long you feel that way. As I was saying, I kinda spoiled myself for this because there's a particular cutscene that I often go back to watch because, again, they don't let you see everything for some reason. So, either I'm misremembering... I don't even want to say because I don't want to accidentally give it away for those who genuinely don't know. All I'm going to say is something about that doesn't add up. We'll see. Well, well, well. How nice. Okay, I think you kind of just said the same thing. You see what I mean? Like, all these, well, they're not technically the same thing as, like, Urion J, Thancred, you know, all them standing side by side. But we're still in the general area, and two people said the same thing, and two people didn't. I can't remember what they said. I think they said the same thing, too, but I'm not counting them. Well, I guess I might as well, so. 3 people said the same thing, and 2 didn't. It's kind of what I meant by I try to make it a point to talk to everybody, because sometimes they say something different, sometimes they don't. Also, check out this training. Kids outside training with shirts off, swinging wooden swords in the rain. You'll never see an American train like that. Oh, and yes, we are taking our time because you all know how much I love the rain. So I am going to enjoy it for as long as I can. I think I know where one of these people are. They're either... Actually, hold on. Let's see if I'm in the right area. Oh, wait a minute. It's too big of a jump. I've never seen this before. If I did, I don't remember it. Okay, good. I was wondering if we could jump on these, because sometimes you can't, sometimes you can. It depends. Not all of them let you. I'll do it some other time. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait. Before it goes too far, I had a feeling I didn't check the journal, and I was right. But yeah, the more I play it, the more my memory is starting to jog, so I think I'm right about the thing I wasn't going to say earlier. At the risk of spoiling something. Oh, I saw one of the members down there, but I didn't think it was her. Alrighty. No, how did I miss that? I'm going to go and check the ship while I'm up here, because I would hate to jump down, just have to run all the way back. Yeah, how did I miss that? It was right over there. That just shows how bad my navigational skills are. Because when the circle disappeared, I thought to turn all the way back around. Oh well. Thankfully, it's not that big of a deal. I can just jump down. Oof, indeed. Also, in a way, it's kind of good that it worked out that way. We got to talk to Makoto again. Sadly, I don't think she said anything different, but it was still nice to see her at least. Without delay. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. Don't say it. I know you guys saw that. Just don't say it. Don't ruin it. Okay. I'm kind of curious if they'll say anything different considering where we are in the story. Yeah, I guess so. Babyface. Hmm. Yeah, that much was clear. Let's see, what would be faster? Looks like we go this way. Whoops. Whoops again. Never read your journal in sprint, kids. It ain't worth it. Alright, I think I can find my way from here. A habit I'm trying to break, not just for the sake of streaming, but just generally, is not open my map every 5 seconds. Oh, look at this. A little trial. I don't remember this, so this is going to be pleasant for the both of us. Hmm. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me now. Because this is a cutscene you cannot see in your journal, so... Zio's just glaring. Endwalker, where you at? Yeah, he says that, but come on. You don't really trust him, do you? Which is too bad, because a duel in the rain would be unironically pretty epic. I'm kind of hoping something like that happens when we fight Ugetsu. I just did that so we could see what he said in that little speech bubble. Man, I sure do miss having that comb. No, better idea. Dang, Makoto is a tank. Oh, you sweet summer child. Yeah, go figure. Yeah, look who it is. Of course it was. How did you not piece that together? That's kind of cool how the rain ended, but at the same time, I kind of wish it didn't. That would have made it a bit cooler. But at the same time, the music changed, so alright, fair enough. I do wish that the Kasha combo was your default combo, because it is, whoops, just talking about it made me press it. Because it is way cooler to do than your Gecko combo, or Geico, however it's pronounced. Probably could have got that out in time, but like I said, I hate taking unnecessary damage, even if that damage is next to nothing. You almost don't deserve to be killed like this. It's far too cool for you. But oh well. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. Fastest draw in the East. Admittedly, that was pretty cool. Genuinely, I like that. I'm glad for once my luck worked in my favor. It was raining. Turns out the captain was still alive. The sun comes out. Epic draw slash duel to the end. Honestly, I kind of wish I had saved that for the final boss, but you know what? I'll take it. And the off chance I fail later, I'll take that. I don't think he ever was your friend. According to him, he was kind of faking it all. But don't let me ruin the moment. This is an Endwalker. I'm not going to poke holes in it throughout the way. Don't sweat it. I knew he was a good lad. Yeah, Zeo's cool with it. Yeah, I knew something wasn't right. So wait a minute, this not only does it not feel right, I'm starting to kind of remember something about this. It seems too suspicious. I'm talking about also the very first time I experienced this. Something didn't quite feel right, especially when the, well, did you see the body option appeared. I was like, yeah, that kind of confirms it. Oh man, then the sunlight beam, man, that was fun. Thoroughly enjoyed that. And how fitting is it that we got to fight right there? So it's hardly a stone throw away. I genuinely think that people on the outside never say anything different. But as above, so below. So I'll go ahead and talk to this one too, just to be sure. Actually, no, I think he actually does. I think this one does later say something different. Like once you officially earn their respect and stuff, I think he does say something different. Not sure about the first guy. Well, clearly, you're blind. Uh-oh. I think I forgot to check the journal. Well, as long as you didn't give me a yes or no question, we'll just, you know. In fact, no, I know I didn't check the journal. I was too busy gushing about how cool that fight was. Hmm. Interesting. Kind of makes you see why Ugetsu is doing what he's doing, huh? Well, this is gonna be super awkward. Yeah, because of that. Alright. Let's see. I'll just do this just to be safe. So, read it, pause it as we go. And back to the top. Alright, now we proceed. You guys probably hear my controller going nuts right now. The hunt for Ugetsu. We're getting there. Alright then, so that's the plan. Okay, he's at least saying something different. He's starting to warm up. How about saving your captain's life? And Makoto's for that matter. He didn't mention that. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he says the same thing. Pretty sure he will too, but let's just see. Might as well sprint since we're going to be teleporting in a second. Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Alright, now if he's saying the same thing, chances are the other guy is. So, let's head out. I'm not going to go on a tirade about how Stormblood I think is an underrated expansion. I'm pretty sure I gave my measure of that in Stormblood itself, as well as Shadowbringers and almost certainly Endwalker. But if there's anything I think most people can agree on, can we just agree that the scenery that takes place in Stormblood is great when you go off to the far east? It's like so very different from Eorzea. It's great. Alright. I was going to hop on a mount, but Makoto's right there. Plus, I just got done mentioning the scenery, so let's enjoy it. One of my favorite, I say it's my favorite, I almost never go there, but if I ever do come over here, there is an area I genuinely like to visit, but I don't quite remember where it is. I think it might be there. We'll see. Oops. Nearly forgot. Okay, so we went from Ravana to Joyful Ravana. Now, that's pretty ironic. I guess we'll add that to my catchphrases as well. Ironic. But yeah, Susanoo is also a very fun fight. Especially this part of the song I enjoy. Phase 2. Oh, and you see what I mean about that one samurai quest where I said that murderous Lalafell got his precious pet from here? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Wow. Died before the blade even actually touched him. Or maybe the blade did touch him, but Zio swung it so fast our eyes couldn't really see it till after the swing was swung, if that's even a sentence. Nice try. Looks like there's more ahead, so let's carve this thing up. Get some of these out here. Really wish that was the main combo, man. That's why in PvP, I'm glad they kind of fixed it. It'd be nice if they did that to PvE, but I'm just saying. Now, yes, you can forget the Wolfman. Now, these, I think, are probably one of the more underrated beast tribes, because after Stormblood, you, like, never see them again. I mean, to be fair, I guess you can say that about most beast races, but I don't know, something about them specifically feels really... No, because even in Endwalker, the Amalja and Kobolds and all that stuff kind of get a resurfacing, or at least in Shadowbringers some of they did, you know, with that one Kobold, the child one, being able to speak again, getting his faculties back. No, that's cute that you just tried that. So yeah, that's what I mean. They seem like one of the more underused races, beast tribes. This is a good one. Very chill. Too bad we won't get to enjoy it. Oh, you actually managed to catch one alive? Well, you did better than Zio did, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I think it'd be funny if she just left the dude tied there, but we both know she's far too pure-hearted to do that. This is the cutscene I was talking about earlier where I said I didn't want to spoil anything. Funnily enough, when I saw it the first time, and I think the second time when I rewatched it some time later, I believe it was raining, so, you know, that definitely added to the drama. But, yeah, this is what kind of led me to believe, okay, the captain was still alive, because I swear I remember him in this cutscene, so somehow he survived, and sure enough. Also, you have to excuse me after they start talking. Let me be quiet. Hmm. Even I have better taste to make an Endwalker joke there. But yeah, I was saying, you'll have to excuse me because my headset is starting to pinch and I'm barely moving. I know you guys are hearing that noise, so excuse me. Okay, hopefully that'll fix it. Hmm. Something I wanted to comment on before the moment is gone is it's a big deal that he mentions that he is the brother to Makoto. That will be self-explanatory later. But what happened there, for those who didn't catch it, is when he acknowledged Zio is a student of Musosai. Remember, we kept that secret. Nobody knew. So we're both in really bad lights right now. Yeah, because you. That's what I'm saying. I like how they tied it in because we all know by now how big of a deal it is when it comes to where you were born, where you're from. That means the same thing. Who you were born with. So, hmm. Yeah, Zio knows. She's catching on pretty quick this time. Okay, I'm guessing if Mr. Training Guy doesn't say anything different, then I know we're fine. Yeah. Maybe they'll say something after this. We'll see. Because they should, realistically, considering the truth bomb that Ugetsu was so kind to drop. Hmm. EW. I love how he's still on about training. I have a feeling this guy's gonna be like, I knew you were up to something. Yeah, see? Join the club, Makoto. They'll probably say the same thing, right? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I've got a lot of places to visit. I'm going to take care of the one down here first, then wrap back around and get those. Hey, it's Babyface. Hey, that's the spirit. I guess Zeal just has one of those presences. Just makes you go along with it, even if you... I say that dude was eating fast, or was I saying that? Nah. Nah, he was really going at it. We could just warp back, but considering we came all this way on foot, we might as well just do the same on the return trip. I'll listen to Makoto's speech. Got a hiccup. Yeah, I imagine being a deserter is pretty awkward. I'm trying to think which one's the more powerful sounding response. Yeah, he was very wind themed, wasn't he? Guess who that is? I'm glad Momozigo has said it the way he did. Truly, a Lalafell after my own heart. Using logic. Yeah, seriously. But it is a good example, as kind of cartoonish as it is. Sometimes people just need that wake-up call. They can't see their own hypocrisy, ignorance, foolishness, unless someone points it out, preferably with logic. It also helps that Momozigo has a silver tongue. Exactly, silver tongue. But never seen Zio chest bump before, or shoulder bump. Alright, final battle. Sadly, I don't think we're going to have any cool weather effects, but that's alright. Hey, I think he's finally warmed up to Zio. Most do. Genuinely surprised he didn't add the word training in there. You bet. Now, of course, before we leave, let's see, gotta get my bearings. Where am I? Okay. I want to see if he's actually at the hot spring. We have to go look. Oh, that's too bad. I forgot that was right beside the place. Yeah, he's not out here. Yeah, they're having a good time. Alright, let's wrap this up. Gift of the Gob. Oh, okay, I get it. They did that on purpose. Gob is another word for mouth. Ah, I did it again. Alright, well, let's see what will be our worthy steed to carry us off into the final battle. Okay, I can live with that. That's also something I liked about Byaku's song. His song is really good once it gets going. I think it might be also the first one with Japanese lyrics when the rest of the games are like in English. I do know that's one of the standout things about it. Alright. Was really hoping for some cool weather, but oh well. I guess a duel beneath the stars is pretty cool too. Unless the weather automatically changes to like daylight, but I don't think it does. I think this one isn't set. Yeah, let's do it. Also, we get to hear the good music. I do kind of hate this is at night, because that obviously makes it kind of harder to see some of the action, but it is what it is. Also, I'm going to try to remember to go to the end to show you guys just how bad it is when it comes to the cutscenes you can and cannot watch. The Slayer of 1,000 Souls. I forgot his title was that metal. Alright, let's go. I figured he was using, like, Rama's sword or something, but as far as I know, that blade is completely unique. I have not seen it anywhere else but on him. So, maybe you can get it from somewhere, but I have no idea. It's cool, though. And considering his sword is going like that, yeah, I believe he's killed 1,000 people. I'm gonna say, yeah, I kind of remember this. I did forget they leave dots on the ground, though. It's kind of interesting you mentioned the moonlight, because, you know, but yeah, you just gotta endure that. Yeah, we got it. A good part of the song too. Neat. I did forget his sword glowed like a lightsaber, because as you can see, it doesn't do it in cutscenes, but I'll be quiet. I don't know, man. Something about the music playing and his body just there makes it feel kind of sad. I guess more so the fact that she had to kill her own brother. So any, and I mean any lingering doubts they could have possibly had should have died with him. What else did I want to comment on? Yeah, I really like his sword. I don't know if it would look good on Zio or not. It probably would, honestly. But it looks like it'd be incredibly painful to get cut by it because of all the intricate designs on the sides. Also, one last thing, I almost forgot to mention this. I do like how Yugetsu provoked her into doing what she did, because you could tell, even though she said she was going to kill her brother, and to be honest, she probably did want to, she still physically couldn't bring herself to do it. So he made her do it by attacking her. He even gave her ample warning, kill me or I'll kill you. And then she had several seconds to react. So that was cool. I like that. I like that he made her do it. That was a good touch. It's almost like the story is well written or something. I need to get that on a t-shirt. Even if I have to make it myself, I should get that on a t-shirt. Yeah, I wonder why. The made official part, I mean, I can only guess. Man, what an awesome story. I cannot gush about it enough. Get one of these again. Your brother pupil in Mortal Kombat. I kind of wish the line was there longer, because you don't really get to read it fast enough. That's such a Power Ranger pose, but I love it. Alright, let's talk to everybody first. See how they're doing. I think he said the same thing last time. They're supposed to have Endwalker dialogue, which they should technically be using, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, or maybe it's because we haven't done the next part of the quest. Yeah, I remember him saying that. I think their dialogue changes one more time when you do Endwalker. Yeah, see, he finally said something different because he recognizes us. It's nice. It's like a second home, or a fifth home. We've had so many. Yeah, there we go. He got his training spirit back. We'll go talk to the guy down here, then come back to Makoto, then start New Game Plus. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think he might be the only one that never says anything different. I know what a samurai is, but let's ask this one. Okay, see, she's even talking about Endwalker. She's not really doing the other ones, which is fair. Because I'm not in New Game Plus mode, so obviously it would be that. She kind of spoiled something there. Whoops-a-daisy. Let's continue, shall we? Now this is the last one, I'm somewhat sad to say, because, again, there's no... When I first did it, not this one, I think my first one was probably Paladin or something. I was thinking there'd be some kind of epic boss battle or a new quest, but it's hardly anything, despite, you know, that awesome thumbnail. All right. Wonder what's going on over there. Okay. That's a neat mount. Why is the weather being so bad lately? Ever since the duel in the city in the rain, the weather has been really bad. You know, for all of Nero's innovations, you'd think he'd put some fog lights on this thing. Who knows, maybe I'm just flying in the older model. But yeah, I kind of mentioned this earlier, and you can see them right here. Thankfully, I don't think I need to come back. I think I can just talk to them normally. But this guy's typically not here. See? Tastes like samurai. No idea what he's talking about. He doesn't, I should say. Yeah, okay. Clearly he doesn't know who he's talking to. But this lady should probably look a little familiar. Indeed. And look who it is. Y'all remember him? Yeah, how cool is that? And these two, technically we've never met them, or at least as far as I know we haven't, unless they were like NPCs in the background. But The Lalfell actually says something kind of funny. I have no idea what they did, but look at this. Yeah, I'd like to meet her one day too. And that's pretty much the only new people here, if I'm not mistaken. Even after this quest is over, they'll still be there. So thankfully that saves me a trip. That guy over there is not really related to the quest, so we're not talking to him. About to see yet another familiar face. Or should I say, familiar garb. Hey, be gentle with the Lalafell, that's a fan. Yeah, so, slight spoiler alert. Unfortunately, I don't think we can ever find him again. I want to say I look for him after this stuff, I mean. I want to say I look for him to where the most realistic spot he should be, and I didn't see him. So I think after this quest, he kind of just disappears. He might come back later, but as far as right here, right now is concerned, after this cutscene rather, he's gone for good, so... Yeah, surprisingly, Zio did not cut him in two back on the ship. I mean, I guess it's fair. He wasn't necessarily an evil doer. He was just a bodyguard, so fair enough. Now very humble. Yeah, a swift blade with the dull side of the blade to the back of your head will do that. The wolf is talking more than I am. Zio hardly has time for herself, being everyone's errand girl and whatnot, so... So yeah, if they're going to go and set all this up, I really do hope to see him again, but only time will really tell. Maybe when they introduce level 100 or 99, more likely. What a ragtag group they make. Also, this is completely unrelated, but I talked to this child once, and he's probably got the most sailor mouth out of everyone down here. Oh, the youth today. This is what happens when you let the world raise your children. Alright, another spoiler warning. I'm actually going to let this go on autoplay for a little bit, because one, I've already read it, and as interesting as the story is, you know, Zio literally lived it, so it's not like I'm really getting anything new out of it, and I have quite literally seen it already. So I'm going to put it on autoplay, let you guys enjoy that for a bit, and then when I get back, we'll wrap up the stream, because there's literally nothing left after this. Might as well. I was like, wait, why am I running? Or, well, yeah, I guess it is running. This is sprinting. But too little, too late. We'll just go ahead and do the rest. That's a pretty funny name. Also, look who it is. They're from earlier. There you go. For a second, it wasn't letting me bring up that menu. I was pressing O and nothing was happening. Ow, my neck. But yeah, I'll let Momo go take it from here, and I'll be back in just a little bit. So, excuse the loud noises. Alright, I'm back. Also, you gotta love, he was the first one to stand up, started clapping. Hardcore clapping, as a matter of fact. Hands above his head. Zio, of course, happy that he told the story right and so well. Now look at that knowing smile. So yeah, you know, by now I got used to the whole, oh, there's pretty much nothing but cutscenes from this point on. Be that as it may, the Samurai story for me is one of the ones I feel was consistently good. It never really got bad. Like, again, I'm hesitant to say Dark Knight, because again, even it didn't get bad. It just, the quality wasn't as good from the first missions. You'll see when we do it. I'll go ahead and stop that. Last time I picked the struggle to save the first. I honestly do not remember who Andrea is, so I'm going to pick that one just to see what Zio says. Yeah, I have no idea who that is. I don't remember. Okay, this time we'll talk to her, and hopefully you guys didn't actually pause to read it, because I skipped it on purpose, because I didn't know she was going to say what she was going to say. But she essentially references this as if it had already happened. Yeah, it'd be nice to get to see him again. Yeah, his living legacy, if you will. Also, neat little touch. Is he's still in the outfit now, because that's officially where we are. So I think that's really cool. Not fair that not okay with that last line though. I don't think we had the option to do it last time, but prior to Endwalker, I believe he asked if you'd like to take up fighting in the gladiator pits, since you were trained by Muso Sai, so naturally you'd be pretty entertaining to watch. I know he does offer that. Obviously, Zio does not deem it worthy of a response. Alright, so we're going to check Kugane really quick, just to see if we can find him there, because I'm all but certain he isn't. We're going to talk to Makoto. Then we're going to go to the Wolves Den and finish out the promise I made several videos ago. Then after that, I will end the stream, because it is officially tomorrow now, and there's still a couple of things I want to do before I go to bed, so I need to start wrapping it up. We'll just teleport. I hate that it faces me backwards, because it's like, the teleport is clearly meant to take you here, but it faces you that way. It's a little disorienting. He's going to say exactly what he said last time. The rest should be something different. Oh, never mind. He still says the same thing. I thought theirs might have changed with Endwalker territory, but I guess it wouldn't, since we just proved that that's not the case. I guess just for yucks, and for the sake of time, we'll ask, what is a samurai? As a matter of fact, I think Makoto's like, are you messing with me? She said something along those lines. But yeah, you see, he's not here. Because I remember I went out of my way to look for him when I did that mission for the first time, and I couldn't find him. So either he's here somewhere, or he literally just vanished out of the game, and we might see him later if they decide to continue the samurai stories. Because going by how they are right now, it's like every story has already had its ultimate end. Kind of. The Gladiator one really doesn't, because it looks like you're going to get to fight that guy for real at some point. So it's not like it's the end, but for right now it looks like your story has nowhere else to go. So yeah, making mock of me. With our authority comes a grave responsibility. That kind of sounds familiar. And bring them to account. That was an option a couple minutes ago. Yeah, see what I mean? This is why I kind of skipped over it last time. Alright, now to my least favorite area of the entire game. Despite the really cool name and unique armor and weapons you can get here. Okay, so the thing I wanted to show off of the Wolves Den is, one, how PvP pisses me off, because some of the quality of life you have here you don't have in PvE, and there's zero excuse for that. Absolutely none. So some of these things I understand why there wouldn't be in the PvE area. Like, honestly, I wish this one was, like, all the default classes would do something like this. Maybe not that much, and probably not being able to spam it every 4 seconds. Because Second Wind is nice, but it's hardly a heal, you know? It's not that big of a deal. Like, this is my least thing I think that matters. I do think Recuperate will be kind of cool, though, because it uses MP. So it would be nice for us classes that don't typically use MP to actually be able to use the dang bar. So I do kind of wish that was transferred over. And now here's what I was saying earlier, the Kasha combo. As you all saw, whenever I get the option, this is the order I go in. And I did this before knowing about in PvP. So that was a real fun surprise for me. Now the second one is this. This is kind of okay. I don't mind that one isn't in, you know, PvE. Then you got guard. I didn't know you could move around at this at first. That looks pretty sick. Might need to take a screenshot of that at some point. What else? Oh, I like this. It's a stun where she just hits you in the liver with the hilt of the sword. I kind of wish each DPS had their own unique stun, even if they all unique animation stun, even if they all did ultimately the same thing. Like, Paladins has the best and the fastest, which is Shield Bash. Then the one right below that would be Low Blow, which all the tanks can use, even Paladin, even though realistically it doesn't really need it. And then the lowest one, and when I say lowest, I mean the longest one to wind up, is Leg Sweep, which takes the longest amount of time to go off cooldown. So I do kind of wish they just had that one, and it still worked like Leg Sweep, even the timer, just the animation be cool because it's something different. Although I suppose the swift kick in the is pretty cool too. Oh yes, and then there's this. Remember earlier, I'll do it right now. Remember earlier how I said I don't want more skills I'd rather have more roles. Actually, I'd rather not have more roles either, if I'm being honest. But more actions and more traits. I keep calling it action skills, by the way. So if I say skills, I mean actions. Because I don't want 5,000 squares taking up my screen. And I know you people on PC don't want that either. Because sooner or later, you will run out of space. It's inevitable. So it's best to just nip it in the bud right now. And just do this. Give us traits. Like, they could have just turned this into another skill. But they didn't. They turned it into a trait. This one, they could have made them separately skills, but they didn't. They tied them together. This one right here, this could have been a totally different skill altogether, but they didn't. They gave us 2 charges. These are the kind of changes I want to see. And then of course these are fine too. Who's going to say no to more damage? These are good. Again, because I don't know why it says spell cast time. I think that's incredibly ridiculous since samurais do not cast spells. So I have no idea why that's in there. Oh, I know why. I know exactly why. Because this skill right here counts as a spell because it says casting even though it's not. So okay, fine. That does make sense. It does physical damage, so it's not a spell. And I'm hesitant to say that you're actually casting it, but for the sake of gameplay, it counts as casting. Okay, fine. So the next thing I want to talk about is this skill right here. Hisatsu Chitin. The animation is freaking awesome. I love that animation. I would much rather have that for my animation being arm's length, you know? Especially if it worked in conjunction like Third's Eye does. In addition to the heal. It's like I was saying, man, it's like a wasted animation. You put more... Don't get Destiny on me now. Don't be like Destiny 2 and put more effort in PvP, which kills the game, than PvE, which it was originally designed for. Don't do that, Final Fantasy, please. But yeah, man, that's such a sick animation. But anyway, if someone foolishly attacks you when you do that, you get to do this. Which would be an instant kill. Because if they attack you, when you have this barrier up, it gives them that debuff. And then when you use Zentetsuken, it'll instantly kill them. And I accidentally went before I meant to, because the thing I meant to go first was this. How cool is that? That you get 3. Oh yeah, I forgot it does that too. It upgrades your skills. I'm glad we get to use that though. That's fun. Bind. Now I'm just being silly. Yeah, man, so much potential. So much potential. Anyway, I know exactly where we're going to end this stream now. Got to go way out here to get away from them. They're just so fascinated by Zio that much. For once, I don't feel like I'm forgetting anything, so that's pleasant. I'm not used to that. Feeling good. Oh, nope. Let's do one more. What will be the final one for this stream? Okay, that's kind of nice, because I plan to show you guys this, but yeah. That's what she uniquely does in it. If it's a Lalafell, they're like pressed up against the screen, which is kind of creepy. I've seen another race do that, so I guess they're not all technically unique, but at least hers is different from Lalafell Zio. Oh, I did it again. Bad habit. Then again, I guess it's not really my fault for doing that because I don't have a destination on the mini map, so naturally I think I need to pull one up. But yeah, see, they're still here. So I think that's cool. The area becomes more populated with the people from the Samurai Quest. And look, they even came back after being scared off. I don't think there's anyone like in the buildings. Well, you know, I meant anyone related to the quest. Didn't even take any degradation damage. Been nice if the weather looked this good when we were here earlier, huh? It is a nice view though, huh? Well then, I hope you all enjoyed the Samurai Story quest. We'll definitely have to pick it up if they deem it worthy to give us more. Hopefully they'll give us more actions. Or rather, no, let me rephrase that. They won't give us more actions, but instead will give us more traits. Or if they do give us actions, they'll be actions that are evolved from other things. Like Epi, or Epi, the little slash you do. After you jump backwards, you could do like a huge, like it's enhanced again. So it's a huge crescent blade, wind scar looking thing. Instead of just the minor little slash that it is now. That'd be a good upgrade. Or being able to do that slash 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 3 times in a row. That'd be neat. But yeah, I pretty much said my piece. Thank you all for tuning in. And I'll see you around.